I am super excited to bring on our next guest. He started his junior hockey career with the Mission City Outlaws when he was 16. And after 3 seasons there, he's moved on to the Comox Valley Glacier Kings of the VIJHL. He's been named captain this year in his first season there. I'm super pleased to welcome on an old teammate of mine, Mr. Brayden Candy. Candy, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, buddy. Good.
Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. A little tired though, actually. School's kicking my ass a bit, but
Yeah, I'm tired too. 7:30 practice, kills.
Yeah, Dickie's running you or what?
Oh yeah, every single day.
I was gonna say, what's the schedule looking like?
So we practice Monday to Thursday, 7:30. Actually Tuesday, Thursdays are 7:45. We've got home games Saturdays, and then just a random away game during the week or weekend or something like that. So.
Oh, okay. Every Saturday you got a home game?
Most Saturdays, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Same as Mission, yeah.
It's a little different than the
sorry. Yeah, well, yeah, buddy. Sorry, we'll kind of get into your career a bit. Usually, we kind of just start off by asking your hockey background, how you first started playing, where you first started playing, back to the very beginning. You know, did you have any specific role models, anything like that?
I started hockey way back when I was like really, really young. I think I was about 5, I think, and then played for Langley, played rep, all the usual stuff, and played every year of spring hockey I could. Then I just moved on up rep slowly until I hit junior. That's when I went to the Outlaws, obviously, at 16. And yeah, junior kind of went from there. And then any role models I've had?
Owen Elson, probably.
Owen Elson, there's one of them. There's one of them. My favorite player has been Patrick Kane since I was really, really little. So that's
Kane. Are you a Blackhawks fan or?
I am a Blackhawks fan. Yeah.
That's huge. That's great for the culture. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, yeah. So you said you started when you were a kid. You played. Where do you play minor hockey?
Langley.
Langley. Okay, so that's where you're from, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever play? So how old are you? You're 05, so we would never played each other, eh?
No, probably not.
You never played AAA or anything? Why'd you when you were 16? What was the thought process from going straight to junior there?
Oh well, I was on Sharpshooter Academy, which is I train there every year. Great association, everything, great training. And then I went and I did this Canada Day Cup with the Outlaws actually, and I signed right from there. And it was like, whoa, really big shock, right? It was definitely pretty scary playing with 20-year-olds and stuff, like huge age gaps and everything, right? So
yeah. So how did that work? Did was that VIJHL at the time or was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Brad just comes up to you, he's like, "I want to sign you," or what?
Well, yeah, we played. Actually, I played really well, I think, in that cup, and then a couple days after that, he gave me a call and told me he wanted to sign me. So.
Oh, okay. Did he talk? He didn't talk to you at all during the weekend or what?
Not really.
No. Okay. He just called you.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like a VIJHL move.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, maybe let's talk a little bit then about your 16-year-old season with the Outlaws. I mean, obviously it was a little scary for you, like you said, but your first game, you actually scored your first career goal in Langley. So what was that experience like for your first game at home and scoring?
Well, I had a bunch of my buddies there, and like my whole family was there, so it was amazing when I scored. But I was almost puking right before I went on the ice and everything. Like I was super, super nervous. And actually, both of the 16 scored. Me and Grayson Pamplin.
Yeah,
both scored. So we had the pucks after the game. We were loving it, and it was amazing, honestly.
Yeah, we lost 6-2, and our 2 16-year-olds had our 2 goals.
Yeah, get carried, eh? 16-year-old carry.
A little bit.
What was the experience like being a rookie? I don't remember who your vet was in that first year, but how did that all go throughout, and what was your relationship like with your vets?
My vet was Cole Moffat. And it was actually really good. I actually still talk to Mups like almost every single day. So we're pretty tight. And the vets treated me decently well, but I had quite a mouth on me, so I got fined quite a bit.
Oh, were you like one of the first picks there?
Yeah, I was second pick. So
okay.
2 16s went first.
Yeah.
So
nice. And then, like you mentioned, Grayson Pamplin, another 16-year-old. I mean, I know you guys were pretty close when you were on the Outlaws together, but did you grow up playing together? Like, what was your relationship like with him, and how nice was it getting to come into the team at the same time as him?
I actually barely knew him before
Oh, wow.
the team. Yeah,
I
we
wouldn't have
played
known.
together like one season or something, and like one spring season, but we were kind of like everyone in Langley and Aldergrove kind of knew each other if you played hockey, right? So it was nice seeing a familiar face going into it, right?
Yeah,
So.
fair enough. So you play your last couple years in Mission. Obviously we mentioned you've made the jump over the VI. So how did that come to fruition? Like, what was the thought process there, and like how did obviously Dicky moving over there as well. We had him on the pod, so we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
The transition process, like what kind of went through your mind with this transitioning to this new. It's not a new league, but it's a newly unsanctioned league, and it's kind of taken a new landscape this year. So I just kind of want to get your thoughts on that.
Well, the jump was like I had to get out of Mission. I was stuck there for so long, and then they hired another new coach another year after, and it was like he called me and he talked to me a little bit, and I didn't really like what I heard. So Dickie called me a couple days later. He's like, "I'm going to coach the Glacier Kings. Come on with me, be my captain." I was like, "All right, there I go. I'm out of there." So
And
not really that big of a thought
bonus
process behind
having
it, eh?
sorry.
Not really that big of a thought process behind it. You just right
No.
away, eh?
It was the biggest thought process was moving away from home. Definitely, that was like
right.
that was a big step. I've never done that before, right? But I'm loving it, and the team's amazing. So I'm glad I did it. To be honest, 100%.
That's great, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Great, buddy. Well, I mean, you were just talking about, Dicky obviously coming in our last year. So what was the transition like? I mean, for me as a 20-year-old, it was probably a little different than you when we transitioned from Brad to Dicky. How did that come for you? And then throughout the whole season, how did, your relationship with Dicky, and how did that grow and end up with you going to Comox with him?
Well, at first I was definitely a bit shaky when he first came in. Like, it was new coach. Brad coached me my whole junior hockey career, and he gave me my shot, right? And I was definitely a bit shaky at first, but as the season grew and I got closer with Dicky, I was like, man, this is a great coach. Like, he really cares about his players, and it's great. And the relationship just grew so much to the point where I followed him where he went. So, yeah.
Nice. And what do you anything like notable about Dicky as a coach? Like, how would you describe him? Obviously, we've had him on as a guest, but how would you describe him as a coach? Like, what are his best qualities, and what's he like?
He's an amazing coach. Definitely, his best quality is his relationship with the players. He cares about them so much, and that's huge for a coach, right? And yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, we had him on, and I was only got a little bit of taste of what some of the stories that Owen was telling me about how he fires you guys up in between the intermissions and stuff. But he seems like a guy you'd want to go to war for. You know what I mean?
Biggest hype man ever. He actually a couple practices ago, he wanted to fire us up, so he grabs one of his old sticks, he just fucking chops it right over the bench, right in half, right? Gets all the boys going.
Yeah, he did that last year too.
Get the boys going. Well, how I guess it kind of leads into how you're enjoying this year, like how you're settling into Comox. Yeah, how many games have you guys played?
I think 7 or 8.
And how's it looking? How are you enjoying it? How's the landscape of the league kind of looking?
The league feels really fast, like a little bit faster than the Pidge, I think, and everyone's really physical. But we're middle of the pack right now, not doing too well, not doing too bad though. And everyone was like doubting our team. We're brand new, right? Like lots of new players, and we're keeping up with everyone we play with. Every single game, it's amazing, but we just have a really hard time in the first period for whatever reason. Like last game, we went down 4-0 in the first period and ended up losing the game 6-5, right? Like
the barn
Oh
burner.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so if we can figure out how to start strong instead of finish strong and like play a full 60, I think we'll be quite well in this league. So
nice.
That's good,
And
man.
then, you're sorry, Joe. You go.
You go, bro.
Okay, sorry.
You
I was
got
just gonna say. Like you said, teams play 7 or 8 games. I mean, you've been off to a pretty good offensive start. 5 points in 7 games so far. I heard you at a game winner as well. But I'm interested. You've always been one of the most physical players on the ice. How has it been getting to finally play with a visor for you and for Charlie as well? I'm interested to see how he's been with one.
Oh, Charlie. Well, he's missed a bunch of games because our first preseason game, he took a puck right to the mouth and it just messed up his teeth. It was brutal. So he was out and he put a cage back on, right? But he actually is in a visor today at practice. He popped a new one on, so we'll see how that goes. But for me, in a visor, I love it. I've taken a couple of sticks to the face. Definitely, they hurt, but I love physical play. Like I love hitting and everything. And I've asked at least 6 guys to fight me, and no one has yet. So I'm
no one wants to go yet.
That happens.
Well, if there's any takers in the VI listening, Andy wants a challenge. So.
Whoa! Slow down.
Some next team. Who do you play next?
Saanich.
Saanich is gonna send their biggest goon after you after hear this, but so keep your head up.
I'm ready.
What else did I have? Yeah, so you guys started off this year. What are you guys 500 or are you guys like what's kind of like the I was gonna say what's kind of the goal this year for you guys? Because obviously you got 2 years left in your junior career. You guys look like a playoff team this year, and then kind of take the stepping stone next year into kind of a championship team, or is it more so like how do you guys look for that sort of landscape?
Exactly what you said. Like this year, I think we make playoffs. That's the big goal, and then next year make a run. But if we can make a run this year, that would be great too. We definitely have the skill and the physicality, so let's hope we can do something with it, right?
Are you guys pretty young, so you get a lot of vets back next year?
Yeah. I think we only have 2 20-year-olds, Toomer and VIJHL. So I think most guys will return next year.
Oh yeah, VIJHL. I
Yeah.
forgot VIJHL was on your team. Me and him, we played minor hockey together for a long time. So
yeah,
is Brad involved at all this year?
Yeah, Brad's assistant coach.
Okay, so you see him every day too.
Not every day. He only comes down for games because he's got to be on the mainland for his job and everything, right?
Oh right, okay. Oh, he's commuting.
Yeah.
What's it been like getting to have him again this year after a year without?
Well, again, I like him too. He's a great coach, and having him and Dickie, since they both coached me my first 3 years, and now both coaching me on the same team, is just amazing. And I know all the things they're gonna draw up. I know their plays. I know everything. So I'm loving it.
I was gonna say a little combination of both your junior coaches in one spot now, so it's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty rare scenario. It's pretty sweet.
Actually, yeah, I've never heard of that happening before, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it was one of the factors in me coming out here, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say probably one of the biggest factors in you coming out there is both your original junior coaches are out there, so that's great.
Yeah.
Another great new thing about the VI Candy, well, about every other team except Mission, but you finally get the full dressing room experience. How amazing has that been?
It's so much better. Like, you guys have no idea. Hauling your gear to the rink in junior should be illegal. Like, having your own room where you keep your gear in and have your own space with the boys is just amazing.
How is the facility?
It's a pretty good facility. Yeah, we get quite a few fans, and the dressing room's really nice. And first, we had training camp on our second rink, actually, and first time I came out there, and we have this little guy, a bunch of little kids wanting us to sign shit, and we sign stuff every game, and it's like the crowd's amazing, lots of loyal fans, so it's great out here.
That's awesome, buddy. I'm glad to hear that. And
that's
then,
great.
Yeah. No, you go, Joe.
I was gonna say, just great to hear that the VI still gets support because we were watching some clips of some teams because we always play a VI team in the Cyclone or the Moat or whatever it's called now. So we were watching some clips, and I was looking at some teams get so many fans, and some teams just get no support at all. So it's good to see that you guys actually, get a crowd out there.
Yeah, we get a decent crowd, but how many? 700-ish, I think.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's solid, man.
Yeah,
that's a great crowd.
Then you look at someone like Campbell River, and their barn's like full every single game. Like it's massive, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Have you had any? I know you played them, but did you play them in Campbell River?
Yeah, we've played them 3 times now.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we played them once in preseason, and we lost our first game. Oh no, we won our first game in overtime, lost our second game in overtime, and then we lost to the. Oh no, we played them 4 times. Won in
Oh, wow.
overtime, lost in overtime, lost 6-0 in our home opener to them. Yeah, and then we lost 7-2 the other night to them. So
Okay.
yeah, it
So
was.
are they pretty good or
They're a
Oh,
wagon.
they're pretty gross. They're the
Yeah.
best team in this league, I think.
really?
Okay.
They were my prediction to win the VI actually in our last
No,
episode. So that's
didn't you
good.
Port
That's good for me.
Alberni go?
Did I?
You had Port
Fuck.
Alberni.
Actually, I did. That's actually true.
I don't think Port Alberni's as strong as Campbell River. They're at the top of the league right now, I think, though.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, Joe, you
It's
got
between
my.
those two. It's between those two for me. I think those were my 2 picks, but
Don't count out the Kings.
no,
We
I
won't
didn't, bro. I had them. Did I have them third or
have you guys in
fourth, Owen?
playoffs. We both had you guys
Yeah,
third.
we got you guys making playoffs. Don't worry.
Beauty.
Especially with Dickey's influence, man. That guy knows how to run a team. So
Yeah, he took last year a team full of rookies and we went 500, right? A lot better than what everyone else thought we were going to be.
Yeah,
a
no
lot
kidding.
better than
Man.
what they're doing now.
Yeah, I try not to watch.
Home opener was actually like I have never been like I was so upset. I was just upset
Really?
watching.
What was the score? Who'd they play?
They played Ridge and they lost 14-2.
Oh yeah, that sums it
That's
up.
brutal.
Well,
I
Ridge
just
is
like
what 8-0.
yeah, they're Ridge. They had their first close game. They beat Richmond 4-3, but every other game's been a blowout.
Yeah. Well, they had every single guy return.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Traded Fidel, but yeah.
They're winning
Ridge
that.
was yeah. Ridge was gross when we played against them. We had even with both 2 of their top forwards out, they were still disgusting.
Yeah.
And the fact that a lot of them are returning, coming back, and just another year older, it's just fuck. Like they're so good.
They've
Yeah.
been rolling 4 lines. They're not even like 4 even lines.
got
They're
the
spreading
bench.
everyone out. They're not even they're not even rolling like a top 6. They're running 4 even lines.
And they're
Probably not
blowing.
against Richmond, but sorry.
And they're blowing teams out like that.
Yes.
That just shows you their dominance in that league.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous. But a little more about your experience so far in Comox. So I mean, obviously Dickey named you captain. You got a great leadership team around you with Charlton Beach, and I'm not sure who the other guy is, but I'm sure if he was chosen, he's a great leader as well. So how's that been like getting to see this year and being a part of that leadership team, running court? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Are you the guy that reads out of the book, or?
I don't read out of the book. I just kind of say $2, $2. Let's pass them around. Charlie writes down all the fines, but yeah, it's been really good. This is my first time ever having a letter in junior, so first time ever in hockey having a C. So it was definitely it's new for me. But having like Charlie and Veach and his name's Parksy, our third assistant, he's a really good guy as well. They
Nice.
really helped me. So it was hard coming in trying to be a leader, but I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Nice. And was there a lot of returning players from the team last year? I don't think there was many, but
No, I don't think. I think there was Parksy, Tegan Clayton, and Landon May.
wow,
They were only call ups last year though. No actual full returning guys.
Wow, that's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you feel a little more responsibility this year, like different than kind of your previous years of junior, or?
Oh yeah, I was a complete idiot my previous years of junior. Like I had no care in the world. I was loudmouth doing whatever the hell I want, but like now I got to kind of keep it under control and be a leader.
Give
for
the
boys.
captain speeches and stuff.
Well, I'm not very good at those, but I'm getting there, I think.
Well, I mean, when we had Rylan on, he mentioned a PSA: don't talk in court when you're not supposed to be if Brayden Candy's in the room. So you think that's pretty accurate? You think that?
But yeah, the rookies definitely they were a lot more chatty on the first couple days, but not as much anymore. We have these 2 boys on our team, the Muxlow twins from Chilliwack.
Yeah.
We actually had to put a rule in for these 2 because they're the funniest guys I've ever met. So if they make a joke that is and we laugh at it, we're not allowed to find them. But if we don't laugh, we can find them.
That's a really good rule. I like that.
That's actually
Yeah,
a
we
good.
had
That's
to.
that should be a universal rule, actually.
I don't know if I agree with that. I like finding, but
Has the salt and pepper triple been back this year?
yeah. So salt and pepper triple's back, and we actually added another one. It's a
Whoa.
salt, pepper, sugar triple. His name's Isaac Dunsire. He's my rook, so we love him.
Okay.
Pretty close with him. Yeah.
Nice. That's good. Well,
That's good.
I mean, you mentioned the Muxlows. You also have another set of brothers from France.
They play the game so well. They control the puck well, and they're just great hockey players. They're crazy goal scorers. The D-man is crazy controlling the puck. He takes his time, makes the right play, right? And they're amazing. Great addition to the teams, right?
How's their English?
It's actually pretty good. We'll be playing like music in the dressing room, and they'll know every word to most of the damn songs we play. So
Oh wow, not bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah.
How did they? Sorry, yeah, you say that, Joe.
I was gonna say, how the hell did they find their way to Comox Valley? Like, do you know their story?
I don't actually. I'm gonna say it was Brad Beach scouting, but that's just my guess.
Okay.
his vision.
Well, I only got a couple more here for you. Joe, do you have anything else you want to end off with here?
No, Owen, you fire away, buddy.
Okay, so I was just going to start with, do you have any, if you can think of one, it's okay if you can't, we'll just cut it, but do you have like a best chirp you've ever heard? You've played with some unbelievable talkers and probably heard some good ones from the opponents as well. Can you think of any?
Well, there's the obvious one of me being a black guy playing hockey, but the best chirp,
He said it.
I think the best, I'm going to say chirp that I heard someone call Shenye forever ago. Called him a ostrich, the way he skates. Love that guy. He's a great guy, but I remember someone on the opposing team yelled that at him, and I was kind of losing it. So
Fair.
yeah.
It's a pretty good description, actually, probably.
Yeah, I think so. And then my last one here, buddy, just any must-tell stories from your hockey or particularly your junior career, just anything super notable, funny, crazy, anything like that.
Notable, funny, or crazy? Crazy. Do you remember Andrew Karras?
Yes.
Oh my God, that guy was crazy.
I think he's like doing pro fighting now, like
Yeah,
MMA.
he's trying to go for the UFC now, I think.
Yeah, he could do it.
But I think he came in our second year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was what, 6'3", 250, 240 or something like that. Like,
I think he was even taller than that.
oh wow, like he was just
he's a
absolute brute. And I remember he showed up, and I think it was his first game. He just shed the mitts with someone when we had cages on, and just ripped their buckets off, and just started going to town. And like, oh, the craziest story about him though I've ever seen was the craziest fight was with him and Kit.
Yeah.
They shed their gloves, didn't even take their cages off or anything, and just swung at each other, punching each other in the cage. You look at their knuckles after, and it's just straight cuts. It was
insane.
Straight psychopath.
That's disgusting. That's crazy.
That happened right behind me. I had no idea why the play was blown down because there weren't really fights anymore. And I turned around and the two biggest, probably the two toughest guys in the league, their mitts shed. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
Only they had visors back then.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I think Karras would have lost though.
Have you had the chance to get into Tilly yet or no?
No, I haven't. I've asked a couple guys, but
nobody wants to go yet, eh?
No.
Well,
try to keep it in the weight class too.
Fair.
We actually it was our home opener, right? Yeah, our home opener. My billet brother, he fought a guy named Logan Wright, big dude, and probably one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Well, this guy's an absolute animal. Like, he's crazy. So was the other guy, and they just shed their gloves at center ice right off the face-off, made it a show, right? Just chucking them at each other. It was amazing.
It's so sad.
Like the opening draw of the game?
Not the opening draw. We were down like 5-0 already, and they lined up, and they're Logan, I guess, the guy on Campbell River, he was like, "We're going," and Cohen goes, "All right, fuck, here we go," and they shed their mitts, made it a show, and it was great.
Nice. I love to hear that. Well, I'll see if I can find that clip. Maybe I'll throw it up there, and
Was that in front
tag
of the fans in Campbell River? Or?
No, that was actually our home opener in Comox.
Oh, okay. Get the fans fired up for something.
It got posted on Trenches Hockey actually.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I'll just
really?
find it up and
Yeah.
We'll
repost
just
it.
pull the clip up from there then.
Yeah, I'll pull it
Yeah,
up.
perfect.
Well, that's huge, man.
Nice. Well, buddy, I don't have anything else for you here. This has been a great interview. Thank you so much for giving your time. I know you're busy and you're tired, so I appreciate it. Had a pleasure playing with you, and I wish you guys all the best luck this year in Comox. Joey, you
Yeah.
got anything else?
Wish you the best. Wish you the best for this season. Well, me and Owen, we already said we're gonna be watching you guys, so
For
be
sure.
interesting to see how the season goes there.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And Owen, it was great playing with you. You were a great 20 bomb and a leader. So
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.